Welcome to the AI Queens podcast, the show where women entrepreneurs learn to ditch the overwhelm, embrace AI, and build businesses fit for royalty. I'm Erica Stanley, your host and tech expert, here to deliver tools, tips, and actionable strategies to help you scale smarter. Let's get to it. Welcome back to the AI Queens podcast, where we are taking women entrepreneurs from AI curious to AI confident. I'm Erica Stanley, and today I want to talk about the Super Bowl commercials for 2026 and all the AI companies we saw on Sunday night. So if you watched the Super Bowl, or if you just tuned in to watch Bad Bunny, you probably saw the same thing that I saw, which was not one, not two, but at least 10 AI commercials all competing for our attention. And at $8 million for 30 seconds, these companies are betting really big that everyday people are ready for AI. So today, we are going to break down these ads and what they are telling us about where AI is headed. All right, first of all, let's start with the main LLM, the main coding wars. We've got OpenAI versus Claude. These were two standout commercials for me. So to start, we had OpenAI's commercial about Codex, which is their coding tool. It's similar to Claude Code, Lovable, Google's AI Studio. And they all work a little bit different, but there's a ton of these vibe coding type apps out there, right? So at first, I didn't even know that this ad was about AI, but I immediately thought it was so cool. Then of course, you see the logo, you realize like, oh, this is ChatGPT. And it's about Codex. They're, of course, competing with Claude Code and the other vibe coding apps. But the basic idea of the ad was really, really cool. It was for those of us who just like to get in and build things, which I've loved to do since I was a kid. They showed kids building things, and then those kids turn into adults that build things with AI. I got a little emotional at the sports bar we were at once I realized what the commercial was for. So big win for OpenAI there. From there, you had the Claude commercial, which was a direct dig at OpenAI. So I don't know if you've seen it, but there's this ChatGPT commercial that's been out for a while, the one where there's this kid trying to learn how to do pull-ups. So at first you think, this feels like the ChatGPT commercial, until you realize it's not. You've got this ultra positive personal trainer who's basically telling him that the best way to do pull-ups is through these custom insoles, the Step Boost Max. And it's spoken like the sycophantic AI that everybody kind of teases ChatGPT for. And it sounds like an ad. You realize that this personal trainer is speaking an ad while it's giving him recommendations on these pull-ups. It's like a direct knock on Sam Altman's statement from a few weeks ago about ChatGPT and saying how for the free plan, they're going to start having ads. Now, Anthropic, the maker of Claude, is making a statement here, letting us know that AI shouldn't have ads. It's a big ethics pull there, and I loved it. So I just thought this commercial was really well done, very funny, lots of shade at OpenAI. So love that. All right, next up, I want to talk about the business-centric AI ads. There were two big ones, one featuring Matthew Broderick and another with Kevin from The Office. His name, I guess, is Brian Baumgartner. Both of these are saying basically that AI can help you replicate yourself and do things faster in business. And I think that's a huge market. These are your not typical, not big LLM players trying to get in on the business market. And I think both commercials were really smart. The first was for Ramp, and that's Kevin from The Office. You've got a ton of millennials watching the Super Bowl, some specifically for Bad Bunny. And the choice of using Kevin from The Office, I think, was really smart here. So in the spot, he uses Ramp's AI-powered spend management platform, and he multiplies himself, getting through a mountain of work in record time. Then you've got GenSpark, with Matthew Broderick trying to get a day off. It's got the Ferris Bueller reference right there in the beginning. So these are people who are using AI in the corporate environment right now. So this is Gen X. So we've got these two big players, one speaking to millennials and one directly to Gen X. Broderick walks through an office using GenSpark AI to make everyone's day easier, essentially giving them the day off as well. Also, like little Easter egg here, Broderick was the main character in War Games, which is one of the original films about AI and what can happen if it's given too much control. All right, moving on. I want to talk about the heartstrings ads. AI used in ways that make you feel good. So first up here, we've got the Google Gemini ad that was about Nano Banana, where you've got a mom and her son, and you can tell they're about to move. And she's showing her son, like, hey, here's what your new bedroom could look like with all of your stuff in it. And here's what our backyard could look like. And the kid, he's like, oh, could we get a trampoline? And she's like, no. Well, Mom, what about your garden? So then they imagine what the backyard, what the garden would look like. And it's just this really cool idea for using AI for, like alongside the others where you've got business uses. This is a really sweet, personal, non-business use. So I loved that. On the flip side of that, you've got the other AI ad that is supposed to pull at your emotions, and that's for the Ring camera with the dog finder, which at first glance is like, oh, cool, you can help find lost dogs. According to Ring, this feature has already helped reunite more than one lost dog with its owner every day since they started doing this. And okay, maybe this is a little tinfoil hat of me, but this also seems like a step into government surveillance. I don't know. Like, we already know, it's not a secret, Amazon collects data on all of us, on all of our purchases, all of our searches, and they share that information with third parties. It's in their terms and conditions. It's not a secret. Ring is owned by Amazon. So do these third parties, do they share information with ICE? Is it being used to help find more than just dogs? Possibly for nefarious means? I don't know. I probably need to do some more research on this and find out. I didn't do it before recording this episode because I wanted to get it out super quickly. But overall, I don't like it. Like, Bezos, man, you just laid off like 300 journalists from your paper, the Washington Post. You're not doing this to help people find their lost dogs for free. Anyway, speaking of Amazon, you also have, moving on, guys, sorry. You also have the Amazon Alexa ad with sorry, let me step back. No, I'm not sorry, because there are huge AI ethical issues that we need to talk about, that somebody needs to talk about. And if that somebody has to be me, then let it be me. Okay, moving on. There was a super cute ad with Chris Hemsworth. And I say super cute, speaking of the ad itself, not just of Chris Hemsworth, who is adorable. But he's in this ad with his wife, and he's speculating that Alexa is trying to kill him. And she, Alexa, he's envisioning her like slamming the garage door. Basically, it's a joke about him being decapitated or being drowned in his swimming pool because Alexa is trying to kill him. It was a very funny, like, of the moment ad where lots of people are questioning AI. But then at the end, he realizes it can schedule a massage for him, and all of a sudden he's okay with it. I mean, I don't know. Some of these ads were silly. They're fun, but it's also acknowledging our collective AI anxiety through humor. Like, it might kill me, but it's also convenient, which is a real cultural question for a lot of people right now. So, all right. I've got 3 more quick ones that I want to roll through, all honorable mentions. First up, we've got the Svedka vodka, the Svedka robot commercial, which was super weird. But I honestly, I didn't mind it. It's the first time a company has essentially used AI to create an entire commercial for the Super Bowl. They had human editors, and a human apparently wrote the story, but the entire thing was created by AI. So, according to reports, it took roughly 4 months for them to construct the characters and train the AI to mimic facial expressions and body movements. Then they used tools like Midjourney, Runway, and Luma AI. It took a 10-person team for this commercial instead of the typical 100-person team you'd need for a traditional Super Bowl ad. It'll be interesting to see how things change over the next year. Will we see more all AI commercials in next year's Super Bowl? I'm not sure about that. It didn't get really great reviews on some of the articles that I read with like the best and worst. Definitely did not come out on top. So we'll see if more companies start to do that in the future. Next up, we've got that mysterious AI.com commercial. There's not a lot of information on their site about it, just that it's a personal AI agent and you can get your own domain. I signed up for an account. Apparently, so many of us went to sign up that we crashed their site. So at this point, I don't know a lot about it. I'm not in the system yet, but I'll keep you all up to date on how it all works. Third and final honorable mention here goes to Meta's Oakley AI glasses. So this ad featured thrill seekers, skydivers, mountain bikers, which is really cool to see right as the Olympics are getting started. They've been pushing their wearables pretty hard. They had a Ray-Ban Meta glasses. They had their Meta glasses for Ray-Bans in last year's Super Bowl. And now they're targeting the athletic market with Oakleys. So not sure how I feel about it, but hey, it's AI, so I figure I have to mention it here. Overall, big picture, queens, these Super Bowl ads are basically a mood ring for where we are culturally with AI. As a society, we're kind of all over the place, simultaneously excited, anxious, a little competitive, curious, and also poking a little bit of fun at the whole thing. But the big takeaway here, with all these ads and the massive amount of money spent, not just with the airtime, like the $8 million per ad, but the production, the hiring of celebrities, the whole thing. AI is now mainstream. It's everywhere. You can't get around it now. What I want you to remember is that we get to choose how we engage. So here's my call to action for you. Don't let AI bros or tech companies define what AI means for you and your business. I really want you all to stay critical, stay curious, but also grounded in your values. Use the platforms that align with you and your business. Obviously, AI queens, I'm not anti-AI, but I want us to proceed cautiously and make sure that we're all building with intention and implementing with strategy. Root first, then systems, then scale. So if you want to learn how to do this in your business, you can follow AI Queens on Substack or follow me on Instagram at Erica the AI Queen. That's Erica with a K, the AI Queen. Until next time, queens, stay curious, stay confident, and remember, you don't need to be a tech expert to be an AI queen. Thanks for listening to the AI Queens podcast. If you loved today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow queen who needs to hear this. Want more tools and tips? Join the AI Queens Society over at aiqueens.com and start ruling your business with confidence today. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and keep reigning with AI.